Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, your host for the show, and we've got a really nice show lined up for you today. Our first guest is Mr. Bill Taylor. Bill is the Executive Director for the Trombone Shorty Foundation, and he's going to be talking about the upcoming Shorty Fest. And Catherine Freeman joins us. She is the chairperson for the Whitney Zoo-to-Do. This is the 38th annual Zoo-to-Do, and you'll get information on that event and how to take part in that. Nathan Wendte is the Marketing and Development Coordinator for Tipitinas Foundation. They've got a fundraising event coming up. And finally, Mandi Cambre is with the Greater New Orleans Foundation, and she's going to be talking about the second annual Give NOLA Day. They had an incredible program last year, and they're going to be building on the success of that this year. Got a great show lined up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We appreciate it. Very happy to have as our first guest Mr. Bill Taylor. Bill is the Executive Director for the Trombone Shorty Foundation. And first of all, that's got to be a fun foundation to be a part of.
It's a good one. It is.
Bill, do me a favor. First time coming on the show, talk a little bit about the mission of the foundation and some of the success stories that you guys have had.
Sure. Well, you know, when we got this started 3 years ago, I, along with my board, sat down with Troy Andrews, who many people know as Trombone Shorty, talked a little bit about his own journey as a musician and as an individual, and some of the opportunities he had along the way that he felt were instrumental in his development. And so when we created the foundation, we wanted it to be sort of done in his likeness. We wanted it to offer young students here in New Orleans some of those opportunities that were important to him. So we really kind of, you know, the whole idea was to enable young students to have the opportunity to explore, you know, greater horizons musically and in life.
Now, do the students, are they involved in music, or do they have to be involved in music, or is that one of the criteria?
All of them are, although we have two programs. One is called the Trombone Shorty Academy, which is a performance class that we host at Tulane University. And the other is called the Freeman Music Business Institute. And that focuses on the business side of the music industry. One of the things we're focused on is ensuring that young up-and-coming musicians also have those business skills.
Right. Because
in today's world, it's really not enough if you want to be a professional musician to just have the music part down. You need that other piece as well if you're going to be successful.
Any certain age limits you work with? Is minimum, maximum age or anything like that?
It's high school.
High school?
It's high school age, yeah. We, most of our kids come from public schools. They tend to come out of the marching band program, so they've had that experience. So we're kind of a stepping stone from that into, you know, more of a professional environment to teach them those skills they need if they want to go out and you know, follow this as a career.
Okay, let's spend some time talking about the upcoming Shorty Fest.
Great.
Tell us a little bit about what that's going to be like.
Well, that's our big annual local fundraiser. We do a couple throughout the year, one in New York, but this is our local one. We do it during Jazz Fest, April 30th at Generations Hall, right in the CBD neighborhood. Features 3 stages of music. It goes from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Full headlining set from Trombone Shorty and Orleans Avenue. We focus on a lot of the younger bands in the city who are kind of emerging on the scene. And it's just one of these great New Orleans kind of Jazz Fest magical nights where you're just bombarded with great music. And the spirit of it is all about, you know, supporting our programs and giving back to the music.
And it is a fundraiser, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So all the proceeds go directly to the foundation.
Cost of admission is how much?
There are 3 levels. There's a $50 general admission ticket, a $250 VIP ticket, and then a $500 patron ticket. Okay,
and Bill, the website is tromboneshortyfoundation.org. All the information, not only about the foundation, but about the Shorty Fest can be found on the website as far as dates, times, money, and all that kind of stuff.
Everything you need to know is right there on the website, and we're really excited about it. It's going to be great. It's our 3rd year.
3rd year.
That's great. We're moving right along.
Well, Bill, best of success with the fundraiser. Please continue to come back on the show from time to time, talk about the foundation and things that are coming up. And again, all of our best for a very successful fundraiser.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having me.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Thank you again for being a part of the show. Happy to have as our next guest, Miss Catherine Freeman. Catherine is the chairperson for the Whitney Zoo-to-Do. Congratulations on being chairperson.
Well, thank
you.
you.
How do they elect you for that? Do they just show up at your door and say congratulations?
They just show up at your door and surprise you with an invitation to become the chairman. It's an honor, though.
Yeah, it is for Zoo-to-Do. And this is your 38th
Zoo-to-Do
year. Wow. Now, and just out of curiosity, has there always been a Zoo-to-Do for kids at the same time period, or did that come on a little bit later?
It came on a little bit later.
Okay.
But it's usually the week before the adults only.
And we talked about that. We talked about Zoo-to-Do for kids on the last show. So let's talk about Zoo-to-Do. The date is May the 1st.
Friday, May the 1st.
And what are people going to see this year at Zoo-to-Do?
Oh, it's going to be lots of fun. We will have over 70 restaurants, 40 bars, entertainment. We've got a fabulous band that night, Downtown Fever. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know everybody will want to do some dancing after enjoying their cocktails. And then we'll also have a silent auction. And this year our auction is going to be online, so even if you're not at the event, you can bid online. We'll have some fabulous items, some beautiful art, jewelry, some trips, just all kinds of great things.
Everybody loves silent auctions.
Everybody loves them.
Now, as far as the money raised, does that go more toward the zoo specifically, or Audubon Institute, or?
Whitney Zoo-to-Do goes specifically to the zoo. Okay. And each year it's a specific project is chosen where the money will go. And this year, the group that's going to benefit from it are the orangutans. So they will be moving from their current spot over to the Asian domain.
So all the money raised will go toward this one specific event? Okay.
Yes.
What about admission price for the event? I know there's different packages and things like that.
There are, if you're between 21 and 35, you can get a ticket for $110 each. And then members that are over 35, those tickets are $155, and non-members it's $175.
And that includes all you can eat, all you can drink?
The whole night of fun and entertainment.
Sponsorships have availability for patron parties and things like that?
Yes, patrons and sponsors. Those ticket prices are a little bit higher, but they have access
Get a little more with that.
You do. You have access as a sponsor to the Audubon Tea Room and some special benefits there, and then the patrons to a new patron patio, which is going to be a lot of fun, and we'll have premiere viewing of the main stage. So.
Now, is it too late to be a sponsor, or you still got time?
Absolutely not. You can definitely sign up for that anytime. So.
And your website is audubоninstitute.org and then /ZTD.
Yes.
All the information about Zoo-to-Do can be found on that website as far as tickets. Can you purchase tickets on that website?
You can purchase tickets on that website. You can sign up for the online bidding for the auction. You can learn about the band. You can buy raffle tickets. We have a car that's being raffled off from Lexus of New Orleans, a fabulous, it's an NX 200T. It's a sporty little Lexus, and those tickets are $100. The raffle tickets, we only sell 1,000 of those tickets. So somebody's going to win it that night, and you don't have to be present. What
about volunteers for the event? If someone's thinking, man, I'd like to come help, I'm sure you could use some volunteers for the event.
Sure.
And you could, on the website, maybe sign up for that or get more information on that?
Sure.
All right. Well, listen, best of success for 38th annual as chairperson. And I know you're always happy when those events come to an end. So best of success on the upcoming event.
Oh, thank you so much. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Catherine. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. So happy to have Mr. Nathan Wendte with us. Nathan is the Marketing and Development Coordinator for Tipitinas Foundation. Nathan, thanks for coming to the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Tipitinas Foundation, everybody loves Tipitinas. And the thing that I like to do, I think it's great when organizations like Tipitinas has a foundation that they also do a lot with, a lot of community work and things like that. Talk about the foundation, the mission of the foundation, because it is a separate piece. It's associated with Tipitinas, but it's also a separate piece from what Tipitinas is doing. Talk about the success and some of the things you guys are up to.
Tipitinas Foundation is sort of the active body of what Tipitinas does already, which is preserve and promote Louisiana music. We take that one step further, and then we have adult and youth music programs that seek to to fulfill that goal. So we have 3 youth programs, Instruments A-Comin', Sunday Youth Music Workshops, and an internship program. And then we have music office co-ops. And we've got these programs spread statewide in 6 cities besides New Orleans.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Now, are they fundraisers per se to support the foundation, or scholarships?
No, these are the programs that we are offering. We raise money in order to put these programs on.
Gotcha. All right. So talk about Instruments A-Comin'. That's going to take place on April 27th.
Yeah, Instruments A-Comin', in addition to being one of our main programs, is an event that we hold every year. It's our 14th annual event this year. It's Monday, April 27th, which is the Monday after the first weekend of Jazz Fest. Starts at 6 p.m. and there's a free outdoor festival, silent auction with something like 200 donors to that.
Wow.
There's a battle of the bands between 5 marching bands from around the city. We'll be inducting Al Carnival Time Johnson into our Walk of Fame, and Berklee College of Music to our Wall of Fame. And after that, we have a post-festival benefit concert.
Got to have that.
Yes, indeed. And so everything's free, and then the concert is a benefit, and we're really looking forward to it.
Now, does it all take place at Tipitinas?
Yeah, right on the neutral ground outside of Tips, and then the show itself at Tipitinas.
All right. Your website is tipitinasfoundation.org. All the
sir.
information about the upcoming events, as well as the Tipitinas Foundation, can be found on that website?
Yep. On the website, on the far right, we've got a little tab there that says IAC, and that'll tell you everything you need to know about the event.
Okay. What about things that are going on with Tipitinas? Also on the same website, or is there a different website?
No,
for that?
Tipitinas is just tipitinas.com,
Okay, all right.
and you can find the calendar of events and upcoming shows.
For your Instruments A-Comin' event, do you need instruments? Or, I mean, if somebody has some instruments they want to donate, or can they do that? Or?
If there are people interested in donating instruments, encourage them to go to our website. There's a donate button, and there's more information about how they can go about doing that.
Okay, all right. Nathan, thanks so much for being a part of the show. Good luck with the upcoming Instruments A-Comin'. It's before you get away, it's the 14th annual, I believe I read. That's incredible. That's just, that's fascinating.
Looking forward to it for many years to come.
Yeah, and listen, continue to come back and talk about all the great things that are going on with the foundation as well.
You got it.
Thanks for being a part of the show. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We've got one more guest. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Thank you again for being a part of the show. Our final guest today is Mandi Cambre. Mandi is the Greater New Orleans Foundation. She works with that organization. And Mandi, welcome to the show. And I want to talk about 2 things, if I could, for a second. I'd love what the Greater New Orleans Foundation does. So if you can, let's take a few minutes to talk about the foundation before we get into Give NOLA Day, and talk about the mission of the foundation, some success stories you have, and really just what the foundation is all about. Because I think a lot of people don't understand and appreciate all that the Greater New Orleans Foundation is about.
Absolutely, and I do think we hang out a little bit in the background of the nonprofit community. We are a community foundation. We serve a 13-parish region, obviously Orleans, Jefferson, but we go all the way out to St. James and St. Charles, all the way down to Plaquemines. We're in the Bayou, we're on the North Shore, so we're all around South Louisiana.
I've already learned something. I didn't know you were that big.
We serve a big area. We do a lot of grant making in arts and culture, in human services, in youth development, health, crime and public safety. So we hit a lot of those fields. I am personally in the organizational effectiveness department, and so we do a lot of capacity building with nonprofits. So when nonprofits get a grant through us, through one of our grant programs, especially our impact grant program, we come in as organizational effectiveness and do capacity building with them around governance, around fundraising, strategic partnering. And so just a lot of tools to give them success, to help them, not only give them money, but also help them really do their work better and meet their mission.
And I know from a Cox standpoint, we've been very lucky to have you guys through our Cox Charities program. Gosh, for probably 10 years we've done that through Greater New Orleans. Well, you guys are so great to work with. You make it easy. Working with Allie and Richard, I mean, it just couldn't be a better experience. So I appreciate you doing that, because I don't think a lot of people understand when you say Greater New Orleans Foundation. First of all, I thought you were just New Orleans. I didn't realize you had 13 other areas that you covered.
Absolutely.
Hey, so let's talk about Give NOLA Day real quick. That's coming up on May the 5th.
Right, May 5th. It's Cinco de Mayo. We're very, very excited about it. It's a 24-hour online giving day, and this is actually our second year doing it.
Last year had to have been a huge success.
It was beyond our wildest dreams. Our goal for that day was to raise $1 million from 5,000 donors. We actually raised $2.25 million from 19,000 plus
That's
donors.
incredible. So explain what that day is and how people can be involved in that.
Sure. So it's an online giving day, and any nonprofit that is signed up to participate is eligible to receive donations on that day. Last year we had 309 nonprofits sign up. This year we have 570.
Wow.
And they are, again, all across that region. We have groups in the Bayou, groups on the North Shore, groups all over the place. When a donor wants to give on Give NOLA Day, they're able to give to their favorite nonprofits that are signed up by going to www.givenola.org. But when they give, they're also making those nonprofits eligible to receive awards for most money and most donors and prizes. We have a Rock Around the Clock prize. Actually, Cox Charity sponsored one of those. Thank you so much. And those are given once an hour to a nonprofit that has received a donation.
That's incredible. And the website is givenola.org. All the information about Greater New Orleans Foundation and most importantly about Give NOLA Day can be found on that website. Now, I wanted to point out, I read somewhere, I mean, you guys had money for all over different states coming in and stuff like that.
We had money from 48 states, the entire continental U.S., Washington, D.C. We had international donations.
Wow, that's
so
incredible.
I think people just really, really care about this region.
Well, to give me the wrap-up signal, so what I've got to ask you to do is please come back, talk about the success of Give NOLA Day, a second annual Best of Success. Thanks again for all the great work you guys do. You've been watching Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, and we'll see you next time.